If you've ever felt like the world forgot you, like your existence didn't matter to anyone, this story is for you. Because sometimes, the people we need most enter our lives when we least expect it, and when we feel least worthy of love. The winter rain fell in quiet sheets over the city as Ava pressed her back against the brick wall of the diner. Her hoodie was soaked through, her arms clutched tightly around her body for warmth, though it did little to fight off the cold that had settled deep inside her bones. She was 17 and invisible, a girl with no home, no family, and no one who would notice if she disappeared. 3 months ago, Ava had run from the group home for the last time. After bouncing between foster families and shelters since the age of 10, she'd stopped believing in the idea of belonging. Every promise broken, every kind smile followed by cold rejection had taught her the same lesson. Don't expect love, and you won't be hurt. But hunger had a way of making her forget pride. That evening, the warm scent of chicken and biscuits from the diner had lured her close. She hadn't planned on being seen. She just wanted to stay near the light, near people. That's when the door opened and a little voice broke through her silence. "Daddy, look, that girl. She's all wet." Ava flinched. She turned to leave, but it was too late. A man in his 30s stepped out, holding an umbrella and a to-go bag. He was tall, with kind brown eyes and a warm presence that reminded her of something she'd never known. Maybe a father, if she'd ever had one. "Hey," he said softly, crouching a bit to meet her eyes. "Are you okay?" Ava didn't answer. "I'm Tom," he continued. "This is my daughter, Lila. We've got extra food, and Lila says no one should be cold and hungry if we can help." She hesitated. Then hunger won. She reached out, took the bag, and nodded a silent thank you before turning to go. "Wait," Tom said. "You don't have to eat out here. There's a heater in the car. You can sit with us. Just eat. Then you can go. No strings." That night was the first warm night Ava had felt in months. She sat in Tom's old van, the heater humming, Lila chattering away about her school, and her doll named Cinnamon. Ava listened, wordless, chewing slowly as if she wasn't sure it was real. Tom didn't ask her any questions, didn't pry. He just drove them home, dropped Lila off with his neighbor, and then gave Ava a sleeping bag in the garage and a pillow. "I don't know what you've been through," he said gently, "but I know what it's like to feel alone. You're safe here tonight. No pressure." Ava nodded again. She didn't trust it. Not yet. But something inside her, something fragile and buried, hoped it might be real. The days turned into weeks. Tom never pushed her. He offered food, clothes, and a place to sleep. He taught her how to make pancakes, let her read bedtime stories to Lila, and even asked her to help pick Lila up from school. Slowly, Ava began to open. "I used to think no one wanted me," she told him one night, sitting on the porch under the stars. "That I was too broken." Tom looked at her with an expression that made her chest ache. "You're not broken, Ava. You've just been hurt. There's a difference." But healing wasn't a straight road. Ava had nightmares, flashbacks of the group homes, of the foster father who slammed doors and the caseworker who never returned her calls. She tried to leave once, left a note on the kitchen table, quietly walked out before sunrise. Tom found her hours later, sitting by the bus station. He didn't yell, didn't cry, just sat beside her. "I get scared too," he said softly. "After my wife died, I didn't think I could be a father alone. I didn't think I could let anyone else in." "Then why did you help me?" she whispered. "Because Lila saw you, and I realized maybe you were sent to us not just to be helped, but to help us too." In time, Ava started school again. She got her GED, then began volunteering at a shelter for runaway teens. She became a mentor, a big sister to girls who'd walked the same lonely roads she had. Tom officially applied to become her legal guardian. When the judge asked Ava if that's what she wanted, her answer was clear and tearful. "He didn't just give me a home. He gave me a family. He gave me myself back." 3 years later, the front porch of the small White House was full of laughter. Ava, now 20, stood in her graduation gown. She had a full scholarship to study social work. Lila, 10 now, had made a sign that read, "Our Ava did it." Tom watched with pride as Ava gave a short speech in front of their friends and neighbors. "I once thought I was just a lost cause," she said. "But sometimes, love comes from unexpected places. Sometimes, family isn't the one you're born into. It's the one that finds you when you need it most." So, if you're still watching, maybe you're Ava, maybe you're Tom, maybe you're Lila. But wherever you are, let this remind you, healing begins with kindness. And you never know when the next small act of compassion might rewrite someone's story completely. Like this video if you believe in second chances. Subscribe to True Ember Stories for more real, heart-touching tales that prove the world still has a little magic left.